The shimmering waters of Lake Serenity were the only reason I'd bought 17 Willow Lane for 5 years. I'd sipped coffee on my dock, watching sunsets paint the sky in hues of tangerine and violet. Then came the HOA's new president, Karen. Holloway. Karen was a woman who wielded bylaws like a scimitar. Petunia height violations. Fines, garbage cans, visible before 5 p.m. Fines. But her peace day resistance arrived in a certified letter, per HOA, Covenant 7.3. Lakefront access is communal. Your private dock is hereby reassigned to relieve overcrowding. Overcrowding. The only crowd was Karen's cousin, Brash trust fund anglerhood accidentally moored his obnoxious speedboat at my dock 3 times that month. When I stormed the HOA meeting, Karen's smile was venomous. It's only fair, Evelyn. Chad loves fishing. You just sit there. The Borda cabal of Karen's tennis buddies nodded along. That night, I found Chad barbecuing on my dock. Karen said, "It's cool." He yelled over blaring country music. My Labrador, Bear, wind at my side. The lake wasn't just a view. It was the last promise I'd made to my late husband. Now, Karen had auctioned it off like a trinket. Powerlessness curdled into rage. Karen's smirk haunted me. Communal access, my foot. This was a land grab. But as I scanned the property line, an idea sparked, one buried in the HOA's own 200-page rulebook. The next morning, I marched into HOA headquarters, a converted lakeside gazebo Karen called the command center. Chad's boat was now permanently tethered to my dock, a garish flag flapping above it. "Reverse the decision, Karen," I demanded. "That dock is deeded to my property." She inspected her French tips. "Deeded, yes. Exclusive, no. Covenant 7.3 clearly states, water-adjacent amenities serve the community. Then why is only my dock communal? The Miller's Pier is untouched." "Chad contributes to the neighborhood's vibrancy," she said smoothly. "Your solo sunset vigils, not so much." I slammed a notarized surveyor's map on her desk. "My property extends 6 feet into the lakebed. Legally, that dock is mine." Karen didn't blank. "Build a case. But remember," she tapped the rulebook section 12.5, codifications require architectural committee approval. And I, chair that committee. The threat hung in the air. Fighting her was like boxing smoke. But as I left, I noticed it. The surveyor's fine print. Property lines extend to the water's edge at mean low tide. Most residents assumed the HOA controlled the shore. They didn't. That's when the fence idea took shape. Not to keep people out but to box Karen in. Materials arrived at dawn. Steel posts, concrete footings, and rolls of industrial-grade midnight black chain link. Bear watched, tail wagging. As I staked the perimeter, starting from my east property line, cutting inland across the communal lawn, and ending 6 feet into the lakebed, got Karen materialized like a specter. "Evelyn, this is vandalism." I hammered a post. "According to the county, I'm building on my land. See?" I pointed to the surveyor's flags. "You're fencing off the lake. The community has 3 other access points." I finished. "This only blocks my former dock area." Chad arrived, red-faced. "You can't trap my boat." I smiled sweetly. "It's not trapped. It's just ... communally inconvenienced." Karen called emergency meetings. Lawyers threatened. But the county approved my permits. And HOA Covenant 7.3 had a loophole. It governed structures, not fences on private land. As the fence rose, neighbors gathered. Gasps echoed when the final panel sliced the lake from the lawn. Chad's boat was now landlocked 6 feet of water on his side, but the dock was cut off by my barrier. Karen's vibrant community hub was a watery cage. The HOA sued. Media trucks lined Willow Lane. Lake Justice. Headlines screamed. In court, Karen's lawyer sputtered about aesthetic violations. My attorney slid 2 documents to the judge: the property deed and HOA Covenant 7.3. The HOA exploited communal rules to seize private property. My client reclaimed what was legally hers and broke 0 bylaws. The judge's gavel cracked. Case dismissed. Karen's empire crumbled. Residents revolted, recalling her as president. Chad moved his boat, muttering about bad vibes. But the real victory came at dusk. I stood behind my fence, bare at my feet, as Karen approached. For once, she was speechless. The black mesh reflected the dying light, turning the lake into a shimmering mirage she could no longer touch. "You win," she spat. "No," I said softly. "I just stopped playing your game. I never took the fence down." It became a symbol, a warning to HOAs everywhere. Karen moved away 6 months later. Chad's for sale sign is still up. As for me, I added a gate. For sunset walks with Bear. And for Karen's cousins. WELL. They'd better bring a ladder. Greater than asterisk, the fence stood. The rules bent, and Evelyn. She finally got her view back. Asterisk.